Hello everyone, Gigs here once again for another Constantiam base tour. Today we are going to be touring a base that has been affectionately called Chicken Island, and you'll see the reason why in a second. Don't know the official name of the base. That was a name that was given by the person who downloaded this base and passed it on to me. I also don't know who the builder is. I've taken a little bit of a squiz around and I can't seem to see a name anywhere on any of the signs that indicate who built it. So again, if you know who it was, or if this was your base, please let us know. Would love to know more information about it. And also at the same time, I do want to give a huge shout out to the people who give me coords to bases or give me downloads of bases. It's a wonderful thing that you're willing to share this information with me, and I'm loving getting to some of these bases and giving them a bit of a tour, as well as these downloads, which are great, and I can use them as a backup if I can't get to a base on a certain week or time frame, or they're just so far out that it's just impossible for me to get to. So huge thank you to you all who are helping support my channel and enabling me to be able to tour more bases that people can see the great builders we have on the server. Now, let's just scoot around here. Yep, that's why it's called Chicken Island. Quite a cute little chicken with his little legs out there. We'll get over there and have a look at that in a second. Now, again, I normally like to wander around these bases in survival mode, so it's just like I'm actually looking at the base from a survival perspective, and I don't know, I just prefer it that way. It also means I can't accidentally break stuff, which, you know, I tend to do when I'm in creative mode, and I forget and I wave my hands around and blocks just break underneath it. So, but this time, because it's a bit spread out and there's a little bit of a walking distance between each little things on this island, I'm actually going to do it in creative mode. So let's just hope I don't break stuff. What can I say? We'll try. Okay, so first of all, we are sitting here at a very ambitious project. Like, this is like a major slime farm. We're talking, you know, they've dug, not only did they put all the sand down for these, well, it's 5 chunks, but, you know, to enable the 4 chunks of the slime farms, they had to dig it all out. They started doing all the layers. It's quite a huge area. Now, I am guessing these would have been iron golems eventually. Maybe not. Those definitely for sure. Someone taught me that these are iron golems, and that's why you've got the magma down there and the slimes jump over to here and they sizzle on there and the slime gets picked up. There's a lot of rail systems around the place. Oh, what do we have here? Unloading station. Oh, hello. Yeah, so I know that some of the chests have been opened on this download, so maybe there's nothing down here, but there was a slime jumping around earlier on when I was here, but it seems to have disappeared. So still, even see that side there hasn't had its little, so I'm guessing they still needed to be dug out maybe to put the golems in there. I don't know. Maybe? Yeah, hard to tell. But again, a very ambitious project. Like, that's quite amazing. Oh yeah, I was going to say, that looks like there might have been a mine shaft. Yep, there's the mine shaft there. Very impressive. We've got over here a bit of a tree farm. Looks like it was just a manual tree farm. Just chop down the wood with the slabs overhead to make sure that you don't get any of those great big giant trees that are just, while the amount of wood you get out of them is great, they're such a pain to chop down. Pretty cool. I don't know what they had. Okay, so they're using Silk Touch. Was it just so they could load there, or is there mine carts underneath possibly collecting everything? There is indeedy. So the minecart zips around and then somehow brings it all to here. I don't know how this sort of stuff works. I'm just guessing. You definitely see that they must have been using a silk touch in order to collect all that stuff. So that's not a bad way of doing it. That way you don't need to worry so much about picking up every single thing. You just go through and chop it all down and then come back out. So pretty cool. Okay, so let's head over to the chicken. So come down and look at that. So bit of, I'm not quite sure what the furnaces are here for, and then we've got a bit of a drop down here. Something was, oh, looks like these chests may not have been opened, or it may be that this was just not completed. I don't know. Wonder what that one was for. Yeah, there's nothing really indicating what that setup was for. Interesting. Again, if anyone knows what that is, then would love to know what it is. That's a bit weird. It's free cam. Oh, here we go. That's what it is. It's a spider spawner. And they must be drown. They drown and go into here. Huh. I've never seen that set up before. A few furnaces. Okay, so back up over here. We will head over to the chicken, which of course contains a chicken farm. You've got the little chickens, automatically hatching them, getting feathers and chicken, which is kind of cool. I do love the way this leg's sort of hanging over the side there, but this one's sort of spread out because this is more upper higher, so I think it's kind of cute. I think it's a really neat way of putting your chicken farm in there. A few chests here, natural food. Don't know. This was obviously set up for something. This base almost gives me the feeling that they were testing things out, and I'll explain that a little bit more as we go over that way as to why I think they were testing things out. Here's obviously the rail duper. We've got the setup over here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these setups do carpet as well, but from what I can tell, this person's only done the rails. Can't see that there's any other sort of setup for anything other than rails. Those ones don't open. Yeah, so I can only see rails in here. So no carpet at all. Ah, that's interesting. So it only worked when they were standing on that. That's kind of cool. And it auto turned off once you were finished there. Kind of cool. Had Leonidas visit here in 2018. So that kind of ages the base a little bit. February 2019, June 2019. So yeah, so that ages the base prior to 2000 and... well, February 2018, but you know, if he was here when this was similar to this, then you would imagine it's a 2017, if not earlier, base. So interesting. Is this supposed to be a moose baby farm? Yeah. So is this like one of those ones where you pop the mushrooms, like all the cows in there, and it makes babies and things like that? I wonder what the MadamGiggles are for. The pressure plates. Okay, and then you've got more here, things floating down into the middle. Then floating up here, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so then we can head on over to here. And this is part of why I am thinking this is almost an experimental style base. Because there's actually a couple of different spots where there are villages and farms set up. So whether or not they were testing different designs to see which designs worked better on Constantiam, I don't know. So you can see that there's a bit of a collection system there. Again, you can see why they've got all the rails going on, where they're collecting the bits and pieces that this guy is farming. Interesting that they've got the water source up like that. Interesting. And then down below here, if we head on down here, you'll see that they've got the pumpkin and melon farms, and that's all automated as well. So it's not working at the moment, but I would imagine that it smooshes stuff. So I don't know if it's an on-off switch, so they turned it on and off, or whether something's just broken and it's not working, because my understanding of these, and I have seen these working before, is that when something... Oh no, it might be the minecart. So as the minecart goes, maybe it activates and smooshes. Minecart almost looks like it's stuck down there, is it? This may not have been unloaded, but I think that as the minecart... Am I stuck? Am I stuck? That as the minecart goes around here and then comes back, and even potentially here, it activates things, which then activates the pistons here, or even maybe going around here, it activates the pistons, which, or even on top of there, sending it around activates the pistons, and it smooshes things a little bit. Let me try this out and see whether or not I'm right. Let's get a, I think just a minecart will do the trick. Let's have a look. Minecart. Oh, we can even get a, there we go, a hopper minecart. We even get the right thing. So if I put you on there, can I push you along? Maybe I should have put you over there. Did you smoosh things? I lost you. How about if I put you there? Oh, yep, there we go. We can see it smooshing. So then you can see them disappearing there, and that's because there'll be a minecart underneath probably that is collecting them. Or maybe they're jumbling together. So it's gone down to the bottom layer, maybe? It's still smooshing things. If I had a minecart going along here, then it would, oops, no, there it comes. Here we go. There we go. And so as it's doing that, it's collecting them. Yeah, so there we go. We know some stuff. Not much stuff, but we know some stuff. You can see that it's, oops. There we go. I've got multiple, you're probably not supposed to have multiple carts going along, but they probably bump into each other. But there you go. Doing its thing. That's really cool. Then it must drop down Okay, yep, so it drops down there and then it keeps continuing going around. That's really cool. That's really cool. I'm glad I semi-worked out how to do that. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so let's head on over to here. So over here we've got the iron golem farm. Now there's no villages in here. Now that could be because they just didn't come through with the download. I couldn't imagine it not having had villages in it at some point. Guessing this is to stop any lightning. Again, more rail tracks. So from the iron golems, from what I can see, is that they die up there, but then the iron comes down to here and collects down here. There's not much in there, but you can see all the poppies. So it was obviously definitely a working farm. So either the villagers were killed or for some reason haven't come through. But having not come through in the download makes no sense because we've got the one over there. And then if we pop on over here, there's villagers over there. So a little bit hard to... You never know with these types of bases and when we're dealing with a download. I'm guessing this was a little AFK spot for the villager area, for the iron golem area. Now this looks to be an AFK fish farm. Not quite sure why they've cut out the... Oops, what's that? Oh no, it's just the sign. Yes, I think this is... Yep, AFK fishing. And then over here... Ooh, Skelly horse. Over here we have... Is this another one of the cow things? But a different design maybe? It looks like it, doesn't it? It's got the pressure plates, which again I'm not sure what those pressure plates do. It's got the trapdoor and the little water chute that goes along and out to here. Is it maybe a manually killing thing? So the babies shoot on around there, come up there, then when they grow up you manually kill them. See, this is why I don't... Yeah, we didn't do that. That's why I don't do creative. This is why we don't do creative, because then I break things and yeah. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. Let's ignore it. Dear me. Deary, deary me. Okay. So then we have... Oh, where do I start from here? Let's head over here. So over here we have... What is... Again, I'm thinking this is a little AFK spot. Oh, what do we have in here? A sign? Let me in. Let me in. No. Let me in. Dang nabbit. Okay, I'm breaking it. I want in. I don't know what that is. There's a lot of it. Chapapeja. Don't know. I may have just sworn. Who knows? There are no villagers in here, so this looks like a villager breeder. And then down inside of here, if you head on inside of here, there's actually a farm down there, so I don't know. Let's go into free cam again. There's like... You'll see there's villages over there. There's all the tracks that are down here. There's a bit of a farm down here. Again, no villages in here. I don't know how this works. There's a pressure plate there. I don't know. Was there... Yeah, so there's no... There's a water flow here. So food being dropped down there goes off into the water flow. Some sort of contraption here. I'm really not quite... Is that an item elevator that then brings it up to here, and then brings it to here? I don't know. And was that for food, or was it maybe for the villagers themselves? But then that's like a half block. There's no way villagers are going to get through that. Only thing you would get through that is items, which would be potentially your carrots from down in the farm. So I don't know. Very, very confusing. Again, if anyone knows what it is, let me know, because it'd be nice to know what it is. There's a chest. There is a chest. Oh, it's got carrots in it. There we go. Interesting. So then, as we saw, and you can see why they were duping rails. We've got rails going all over the place in this. We've got a whole heap of hopper mine carts down here. Oops. No, they're just mine carts. From a distance I thought they were hopper mine carts. A whole heap of mine carts here. Looks like some trading was going on. We've got, yeah, we've definitely got some villages here which have, yeah, and again this sometimes happens with the downloads, is that the villagers don't come through with their trades. You can see they're named, so he was a 14 emerald mending. This guy had a diamond silk touch pick for 15 emeralds. What did this guy have? And he was a mending villager for 20. So was this collecting the babies then? So babies would come out of there somehow? Yeah, again, I don't know. I don't know. It's a little bit confusing. But it's some sort of setup. And again, you've just sort of got these rail tracks that sort of lead around and whiz around, and they all seem to go back up into that area there, which is quite interesting. Except for you also then have these ones here which seem to go to what is potentially another villager breeding system. Although again, not sure. It could have just been a farm, and it could have been taking food, but I don't know. Was this bringing villagers into this area maybe? So there's no villager in here now. Obviously again you got the carrot farms, there's no villagers sitting in here. Was this again another area where it was, oops, inside the mushroom, where it was to be breeding villagers, or was it to collect the crops for trading purposes? I'm not sure. Because if it was collecting the, oh no, here we go. I suppose if it was throwing them in there. If there was a villager up there and it was trying to throw them to the villager, it would go down into there. Again, it seems to be some sort of activating something. Do we have... Yeah, so it looks like, oops. That's why I don't like free camp. Yeah, looks like the food would drop down there and go along over to there. And then all the way over to there. For quite a distance this was travelling. Quite interesting. What we have here? Nothingness and nothingness. Well, that is essentially the base. Again, not a huge... Oops, there is this here too, which I have no idea what this is either. No idea whatsoever. There was nothing there that kind of indicated what it was. So for this base, there's obviously no big flashy fancy buildings. Although there's the cute chicken over there. But it's just interesting how there's these little collections of farms. And again, as for me, it almost feels like they were experimenting with different farm types to see how they all worked. Maybe this was a starter base, and they were only really here to get themselves geared up before they went on somewhere else. Very, very interesting indeed. And again, if you know who this base belongs to, or if you are the person it belongs to, a little bit more insight would be absolutely fantastic. You'd chuck them in the comments. But in the meantime, I'm going to leave it there. This has been a little bit more of a longer tour, probably because I was trying to work things out. We experiment, we find out new stuff, we learn stuff, it's all fun and games. But in the meantime, you have a great day.